we, as a Post, knew that Customs 2020 program was coming, and so for the 1st of January 2021, we had a requirement to be compliant in a new electronic world. All customs for Ireland previous to that were manual operations run entirely by customs. They looked at our mail as it came in every morning to our largest office of exchange. They asked for various mail to be presented from the non-EU countries, the US, the Chinese mail, for instance, and out of that they would make decisions. It was based effectively on the number of items that could be physically viewed each day by Irish customs officials. The world of moving to electronic data meant for Irish customs that they could move from a very low manual regime to pretty much overnight a 100% electronic system. This was a huge ask, was changing certainly our world of handling customs items in Ireland almost so radically, and so it was the greatest move in 100 years that we have seen in the postal world. Ireland, living on the edge of Europe and being effectively an island off an island, so next door our neighbour, also decided at the same time as the Customs 2020 programme was coming alive that they would leave, hence Brexit. The double whammy, both events happening together, made our challenge all the more difficult because our largest trading partner is actually the UK, the United Kingdom. So this made the problem a much bigger problem. Irish people have a great affinity with the UK, like their products, buy an awful lot of products. An awful lot of Irish people live in the UK, and so consumer to consumer, person to person traffic is very, very large. They're our largest trading partner. So to build a new system, have it ready on time, have it fully tested and migrated was a great challenge. We couldn't afford to go wrong, and we needed an awful lot of people to work very, very hard, very long on a project. Now, we did all of this during COVID. Not easy. Not easy if you had everybody in a room, around a table or whatever. Very different when everybody's isolated, windows are kept open to let the fresh air in as COVID enveloped all our lives. Very early on, we started work with Hurricane. This was a partnership built on trust from day one. David Spottiswoode and I knew each other from the postal background, and I was aware that the company Hurricane was looking to solve the next problem, and the next problem being about data. And we would describe ourselves now, Posts in the past would describe themselves as letter posts who delivered parcels. We're all very much now in this new world of e-commerce, parcel posts who deliver letters. And with parcels comes data. And that's a new world for people and a new understanding. Ireland, because the rules were applied quite challengingly, we would all admit and agree, meant that we had to be ready quicker with the full application of the rules. So that meant that the unique postal declarations of a H6, or indeed the commercial declaration of a H1, or indeed the other declaration, the simplified H1, which is a H7, would be ready on time. All our eyes were making the systems changes to actually be able to apply those rules, knowing that there was a drop-dead date to do that. Working closely with Hurricane in a collaborative way to find the solutions for the data that was not going to be correct from day one. The reason it wasn't correct from day one was quite simple. Countries outside the EU weren't prepared. They knew something was coming, they just didn't know the size and scale of that something. So there was a huge education program, and we were front runners in that. Because the law was being applied so stringently in Ireland, then we needed to be ready, and we needed therefore also through UPU, through IPC, to send out good communications to other posts as to what to do, while working closely with Hurricane. So if the data was poor, and a lot of the data was poor, then with their help and assistance we could be able, through AI, to generate the right result, to make sure that the declaration going from An Post as the items arrived into Ireland from outside the EU could be safely, correctly delivered, the data delivered correctly to Irish customs. And that relationship, through thick and thin, through learning, through working collaboratively, to being able to pick up the phone day or night, to being able to find solutions where there were problems, to get back up and do it the next day, to get people energized, to have a relationship with people that you could pick up the phone and somebody would always answer. We knew each other by name. All my team working on the customs project knew all of the Hurricane team by name.